How long will you wait for something? What is waiting when it comes to media? If a product you know exists takes 10 years to finally launch, were you waiting for it or just keeping in your consciousness until it became tangible? Or did you forget about it and rejoin the hype when it re-entered your circle? For me, the answer is hinged on emotional investment. Take Kingdom Hearts 3. This game took forever to come out. The actual proper sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, 13 long years of wondering what Sora would be up to after his somewhat satisfying conclusion after Xehanort's demise. By the time the game had actually come out, we had been bombarded with over a decade of Tetsuya Nomura's manic cavalcade of midquels, prequels, side games, and generally terrible writing. I was over Kingdom Hearts. I didn't even bother buying the third game. I'm glad that it came out, but the hype had long died for me.
Noted in post, in an effort to avoid dunking on Nomura too much, I'll avoid talking about Final Fantasy XV and instead mention that sometimes the hype dies and no one should want a product after a certain time, because it will never meet expectations from people who wait 10 years for something. Some games are decent after a decade in development, Kingdom Hearts and F15 among those, thankfully. However, some games bite the dust after languishing in development hell, and the most interesting things about them end up being how it got to be such a series of blunders in the first place.
In the gaming industry, some products can come out with sequels in months, let alone years. It really depends on the nature of the game. Some people know how to keep a hype train going, but it really depends on the grain they're bringing to the table and the nature of the developers. You see, the duo of
Ortimedes
and Abyss Wolf, aka Aruhan, are Spanish spriters famous on the internet for their galleries and galleries of amazing sprite art. Yeah, these guys. I'd imagine a long time ago they had much more vigorous ambitions to bring a beloved video game sprite to life, and sure enough, in 2007, the first couple of YouTube videos came out showcasing a game called Card Sagas Wars. 2007 was a huge year for web games. Card Sagas Wars was the hypest shit I'd seen in those days. It was a video proof of concept, and it kept looking better, getting better, with characters like Master Chief, Samus Aran, Ivy Valentine, and Link, all being shown fighting in what looked like to be the most promising Mugen build of all time. Everyone wanted to get their hands on this amazing game. We waited for a beta build to come out, people harassing these two guys every single day on the DeviantArt page about the release date or the news. They had a website that kept up little by little, but the light got darker and darker for this game. 11 years came and went. And out of nowhere, Aruhan posted about the progress on Twitter, promising to make the most recent build available to all. Over the past decade and a dime, they had really only worked in the game for around 4 years while having full-time jobs. Extremely understandable for people like them, and soon enough, the unfinished build was out in the hands of the internet, 7 years after they abandoned it. 7 years is a long time. Game design changes. What seemed cool in 2007 as a fighting game might not fly in the years leading to 2020. So, how dated is Card Sagas Wars? Was it worth the wait? Well, let's break it down. Card Sagas Wars is controlled more like Smash Bros than anything else, with a little Marvel vs. Capcom 1 mixed into the flow. One button dictates normal attacks and the other button dictates specials. Those are your primary attacks button. Every character also has a third option that allows them to use a special trait or gimmick. For example, Master Chief has a sniper rifle that's unblockable. He can aim it like Snake in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Link has his grapple hook as one of the only grabs in the game. Samus has a morphball form where she's more mobile and can lay bombs. They're fun to experiment with in all honesty, and most of them bring a layer of depth to the character. All things considered, this game is pretty freaking button mashy due to the nature of the special attacks available to each of the characters,
many of which can auto-combo.
And fighters like Mega Man X, Etna, and Soma Cruz can fill the screen with dangerous hazards, or rush the opponent down with spammy auto-cancel attacks without much reprise if they can't mash out or recover. The combat, fun as it is, can turn into a total shitfest. This game could definitely use a resource bar for attacks like Capoeira Fighter 3 has, so little Timmy can't break his control and look like Momochi while doing it.
Oh, wow, you just walked forward. He saw the neutral jump and walked forward. So there's his Ultra after Red Focus. Yeah, that was pretty sick. What a confirm from E.G. Momochi.
Every character has a suite of hyper combos as well that are put in as commands. Your normal attacks prove alpha combos from your alpha meter. Your special attacks produce beta combos from your beta meter. And like Marvel vs. Capcom, every character starts out with maxed out basic meters. There's one more meter that you can only earn by being hit, the card meter. Cards summon an assist character from a giant and amazingly varied roster of characters. I couldn't even list how many assist characters are there. So if you're looking at the gameplay right now, trust me when I say there is more to it than just this. Every character has a third stronger super move called the Crisis Attack that depletes all of your meters, and those are pretty cool as well, although you really won't see them unless people are really getting down to it. The gameplay, all in all, is consistently throwing oohs and ahs at you, with assists acting as consistent references that make you laugh, and attacks making sense from a gameplay perspective, and the features of characters' original games. The venues that fights take place in are vibrant and alive. This is the only game I know of where Chrono from Chrono Trigger is beautifully sprited out and fully controllable and acts true to his nature as a quick magic samurai fighter guy. One of the only ones where a well-controlled and realized Master Chief from Halo can fight Samus Aran or Xenosagas Cosmos. This game has a pretty dreamy roster, small though it may be, but it doesn't stick. I haven't met a single person in real life who would play this game with me for more than 15 minutes before getting kind of tired of it. The amount of positive stress this game throws at you is exhausting. The lack of combat variation objectives other than beat the other guy's ass harder than he can do to you, yet it's objectively appealing as a spectacle. It's extremely easy to like this game, but loving it is another labor. This game has a lot in common with Pocket Fighter, aside from the concept of low hits and blocking. But they're both well-made chibi fighters with a ton of crossover elements and shit being thrown around on the screen. Maybe it's my own familiarity, but I can only play one of these games for hours, and it's the one with low blocking and the one I didn't wait 11 years for. Don't get me wrong, the game itself is all kinds of amazing. It's fun, it's flashy, I'm a proud fan of the devs and the game itself, but looking at it as a package, I can't say that this game is worth dedication even on a local level. It's pretty, but it ain't deep, which honestly is a lot more than I expected after I learned that they only worked on it for 4 years and sat on it for 7. Maybe the people working the online version of this game that they gave it to can give it a little spit shine and I can return to the title with more to say. Those are my thoughts on Card Sagas Wars. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Card Sagas Wars was one of the biggest projects that I was hoping to ever come out, especially as a kid, and I'm a huge fan of 2D sprite fight games. I like Super Smash, I like old Street Fighter games like the Alpha arcades, I like Newgrounds Rumble. I'm all about Guilty Gear, and I really wish the game was better. Let me know what you think about crossover games or what your dream matchups are. Who's your man in Card Sagas Wars if you play the game? Give this video a like if you liked it, and maybe subscribe, see more stuff. I'm typically talking about like nostalgic or niche games that happened on the web centered around my Game Boy Advance years in 2007. So if you like that kind of weird content, go ahead and join the crew. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Pharaoh. Peace out.